Uh, this is Vishwadeep with K.H. Devabrata Singh, the working president of Manipur Pradesh Congress. And thank you, Mr. Singh, for speaking to Clasitex. Thank you so much. So, I just wanted to know, like, what is your stand on this conflict which has erupted in Manipur? So, what do you think of the situation?
In fact, there are three issues involved. Approximately about 25 militant groups belonging to the Kuki community of Manipur have been in suspension operation agreement with the government of Manipur and the government of India as well, which is a tripartite agreement. They have been there since 2005. With an understanding with the army from 22nd August 2008 till that has been continued in the form of a solid agreement, and part of the agreements are stringent action against armed actions, deposit of their arms in the arms court of the designated camp, monitoring of the camp by the Assam Rifles or any other such security forces entrusted by the government of India and the state government as well. But this moment, there was a command from the Honorable Chief Minister that this certain community is involved in drug trafficking. The problem started from there, and also plantation of poppy. Thereafter, a lot of disagreement with the community and the Chief Minister emerged. Then again came the picture of demolition of structures, settlements from reserve forest area, which at the time of the people taking the settlement or encroaching the forest area, there was no action taken from the government side. The laxity of the duty from the officers involved in particular duty. There was no eviction in time, and almost taking actions against those encroachers in proper time that was not done. And they have been there for last 5-10 years, maybe 20 years. Suddenly, one day the JCPs comes and without due process of law, the eviction was performed. Without proper notice, without proper procedure. There are a lot of things to be done before an eviction to be done. They had to be given enough time to defend themselves. That was not done. All putting together, ultimately, being these things encouraged by the armed groups, these things happen. Now it has taken into narco-terrorism tech form, which actually will be difficult, but of course it is true. Incursions from across the border from Myanmar side by armed militants also created havoc in the entire situation. If it was a conflict between the state and some community, that was all right, it could be contained. Now third party involvement is there from across the border. This is the actual picture that has been appearing. Even Home Minister, when he was visiting Imphal, was declining to accept this reality. Now it has become the reality. Even today in the newspaper you may find that the government of India has ordered the state authority being posted the security forces here in Manipur to check the demography and also identity of those illegal migrants now to detect.
Okay. About the illegal immigration, what is your stand on the illegal immigration which is happening in Manipur across the border, particularly from Myanmar?
It has been happening for last several years, particularly in the last 30 to 40 years. It has been happening because it is same mountain range, the Chin Hills and the Manipur South, it is in the same mountain range. So Achanpur district is considered to be the head of the Chin state, Chin community. So it is not a surprise that there will be either incursion or immigrants unofficially coming in our area, sometimes going, some of them might be going from our area. But now India is more fertile in all aspects because we have democracy. Once you get voter ID, you can get the citizenship very easily.
So do you think that is the correct thing, or it needs to be checked?
It has to be checked.
Right.
It was never checked. It has to be checked. Even there was dereliction from the part of the state. Whichever government was there in the last 30 to 40 years, then didn't take any appropriate actions to prevent those illegal migrants coming, settling in our place. There has to be regularly checked, and that was never done. Even the border security forces guarding the border, they were not doing it properly, because the distance from one post to post is very, very far. And in the hilly terrain, you cannot see beyond 20 feet, 30 feet, because there is a curve in the corner of the hills. How can you see that? If you measure on the table, say for about half mile, you post a company of army, but they cannot see each other in the curve of the hills. So this reality was never realized, and ultimately the encroachment, border area encroachment, and also illegal migrants coming and settling, naming a village, then becoming citizen of India. Even some of the top officers in the government are alleged to be originated from Myanmar. See? So the anguish from the indigenous or local people here, of course, must be there. Because
are you in favor of that investigation of this whole people? Maybe it is a official, maybe politician.
We are.
Maybe...
As a citizen of India, we have to be careful about who are the real citizens, who are not the real citizens. They might belong to our own community, but there should be different. I am citizen of India, and he is citizen of Myanmar. This difference has to be there. Ethnicity is not as a validity or as qualification to become the citizen of India.
So, sir, what is the road ahead? What do you want the government of the day to perform its duty?
People of Manipur have been demanding for last 20, 30 years for 2-3 things related to the illegal migration. Where the people of Manipur have been demanding. So the frustrations have been shown, in particular, it is incident. And that's what is happening.
So NRC is basically a union subject, right? And NRC may take some time to really happen, looking into the Assam failure of NRC in Assam. What alternative solution you would suggest in the assembly?
The government has suggested, because it is the union state, a union subject. So government over there has to define and tell the people that, oh, how this is how we are going to do what you are demanding about. Because this is not our duty to define a way. We do not know anything. In fact, the normal people, the sadharan jo praja hai, unko jante nahi hai. Government has a responsibility to educate the people. This is how the law works.
So, sir, like this situation, how your party, as a Congress party, national party, you would contribute to diffuse this situation so that a peace and progress is, a law of the land is maintained? What would be your contribution?
It started from 3rd. From 4th, next day, we met the Honorable Governor of Manipur, and at 3:40 in the afternoon, we met her, then apprised her of the situation. We requested for immediate intervention in all possible way to stop the violence spreading further. No action was taken till 7th. By that time, it was out of control. The action from the government, the appropriate action, was never taken during the explosive period.
So you also had a all-party meeting.
Thereafter, what we did, we reached out to our people in Churachandpur and other areas. We have our PCC members, means the delegate from every assembly constituency, and we have been trying to diffuse and help people diffuse that. We have given a lot of contribution to the diffusion of the conflict. Even we ourselves went to the site and see how it is going about, has been going about, and we reported the matter to the government, and the government action has become inaction. In fact, that time. Now,
the peace committee which was formed, like,
it's the hawks.
Okay.
It's the hawks. One of them was even middleman of the Honorable Chief Minister. What to do?
So you are, what do you think of this peace committee?
Peace committee will not work until and unless they redefine the peace process. How can people involved in the peace committee?
So what would be the solution? What sort of
solution has to be they put appropriate people in the peace committee, let peace committee start working appropriately. But as we understand from our situation, peace committee is not the solution.
So what should be
The policy of the government to diffuse it, how the peace committee should work, it has to be defined. That's why I mentioned about redefining the peace committee's role and function. That is very important.
because there is no timeline also.
There is no timeline because there is no purpose. What is the purpose? How they should go about? There are 60 people being put in, about 50 people have been put in peace committee without any definition of what they are going to do. It is another danger.
So you had participated in all-party meeting,
Yes,
all-party peace convention in Delhi.
Yes.
What is the outcome of that all-party
No, we
meeting?
will collectively work to bring normalcy. Once normalcy is there, there will be peace automatically. And we want the government to redefine its route to how to bring normalcy, because government is the key criteria to bring about normalcy in the state.
So
That's why we charge the government when he returned from Delhi, and he was mentioning about something that the hill areas problems should be taken by the Union Home Minister and the center, and it is some sort of very confused comment to the press the Chief Minister have given, but it appeared that in the newspaper next day they have divided responsibility like. So our contention is. He is the Chief Minister for the whole state by the mandate of the people. He has to honor the mandate of the people, continue rule to govern the state as a Chief Minister, and bring about peace. Why it is difficult? I don't know. It should not be difficult because he is the one who is claiming there is no difference between the region is his own government.
So this BJP MLAs and another 3 MLA are demanding for separate administration.
7 of them,
Seven
and
of
3 from
Yes. So what is your take on that?
It's difficult to understand how they behave in the government. 10 of the MLAs, 7 from the BJP, 3 from other group, all of them belonging to the Kuki community. They have demanded a separate state, and the 2 of them are still cabinet. They have not been sacked. They are still in the cabinet, and the either the MLAs. How could they do that? They are going against the state.
What is your district president's stand on that?
District presidents.
You must be having district committees in Churachandpur.
You are talking about district president,
right? Of Congress.
Oh yes.
What is their feedback to you?
Because they haven't actually. What I must say, they cannot now talk anything because it is the gun that rules today. In yesterday's India Today report, they have reported 3 full trucks loaded with arms have gone from China-Myanmar border to Manipur border and given to a militant group belonging to that particular area, Churachandpur area. So how can they speak normally in that circumstance?
So your take on a report which has come, which is not verified, that UKLF chairman has met and come into an understanding in last election with Assam Chief Minister and Ram Madhav. What do you think about
This is verified. It's the affidavit. It is a part of the affidavit of SS Hockey maybe on 16th September, it must be September, he filed it with the NIA court. Subsequently, he was released on bail. So there are 29 pages of the in the appeal for bail, and in the 11th page, it is tagged as Annexure A1. The letter was written on 2019. Requesting Home Minister that he be helped to get out on bail or the charges be dropped on a particular case of gun transaction involving a BJP MLA. That MLA also got elected on Congress ticket some time back, but after 2017 he went to BJP, and that transactions was being inquired about, and the actions were taken by the NIA. And accordingly, he was arrested. So that was the letter. He asked the Home Minister to pardon him. Why? Because his group helped the BJP win 2015 ADC election, 2017 Assembly election, 2019 Lok Sabha election.
So do you think this is a point of concern for a democratic country like India?
Why not?
So what action you
Because he should be investigated and appropriate, because he is trying to pull the Home Minister of India to a conflicting point where a minister is not supposed to engage business with an unlawful organization. That unlawful organization being put into particular position of suspension of operation agreement, where he is deactivated from going ahead with his unlawful demands.
So you have also asked for the resignation of the Chief Minister of
Provided he fails to keep the state in proper position,
this thing.
and if he fails to rule the state as he has been assigned or he given responsibility by popular mandate. That was our contention.
So are you also in favor of president rule?
No, not exactly, because he is still enjoying the majority in the house. How can we say that?
So you want a change in leadership, or you want
We are giving them, the BJP, the legislature, a chance to govern the state, because the popular mandate they have secured, we respect that. We honor that mandate. Therefore, we say let a chief minister be changed, and then if the changed leadership can also bring about new magic. Who knows?
So now on Rahul Gandhi's coming, what is his plan of action or itinerary?
He wanted to come maybe in the first week of the crisis,
Right.
but denied any permission to land on visit any other place, so could not come. Now he has been given to visit around. He is coming, so hopefully his visit will bring some kind of hope to those people living in the conflict area, affected by the conflict particularly, and may bring some kind of trust with our democracy.
So his itinerary would be he will be going to Churachandpur,
Yes, yes.
and then
Afternoon he will come back and he will stay in Moirang
okay,
and overnight,
okay.
and come back to Imphal, meet people and meet people in the relief camps, and go back in the afternoon.
So what is your expectation from Rahul Gandhi's visit?
We don't know, because what will be the reaction. We'll try as much as possible to bring positive effect in the state, because at the moment, particularly with the report of the India Today, the 3 truckloads of arms have already been delivered to the other conflicting group. What the effect might be on the mind of the public, where it is very difficult to estimate about.
Sir, thank you so much for speaking to us. Thank you so much.